Hello friends, and welcome back to Stories About Entitled People. Let's start our video with a story in which our OP encountered a very strange customer. But before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're new here, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video every single day. Man begs me to pay for his fancy sports watch. I work at a retail store. This man approaches me and said, I have $5, but I want a watch. We had watches on clearance for $5, and I showed him those. Then he starts telling me he wants a fancy watch with the calories burned and step count. I told him we had something, but it's going to be $17. He went crazy and started going, oh, come on, please give it to me. I was taken aback and politely told him no. He started getting loud and saying accusingly, you just need to give me $12, just do it. I started to get angry and said flatly, well, you'd better borrow money from someone or come back later because I can't help you with that. He had a fit and stomped off. You'd think that would be it, but he came back 10 minutes later and gave me a bunch of sob stories about how he got into a car accident and started showing me his scars. So blatant it's almost comedic. He tried guilting me into giving it to him. He left and came back another 5 minutes later and begged some more, which I shut down. He eventually gave in and didn't come back. I saw him in another area of the store today. I wouldn't be surprised if he's trying the same scam with someone else. He never explained why he needed a fancy watch so badly, or why he couldn't just come back later when he had the money. I should have given him a damn job application if he wanted money so bad. And our next story. Of course I will transfer you to our closed office. This happened about a week or two ago. I work at a repair shop for a certain fruit product, and while I do greet customers over the counter, I mostly deal with the customer service on phone and email, and a lot of administrative work such as registering spare parts, etc. Our phone line is set up in such a way that we use our work phones that are also used privately, and we can log in or out depending on whether or not we're on phone duty. My place of work is smallish even though we're owned by a huge internet/TV/mobile/everything tech provider, which a lot of customers don't understand. They think that we are that company even though we have a different name, logo, slogan, etc. We don't work in the same systems or anything. A lot of customers get miffed by this, but most understand. Now, this is relevant because we handle all of their insurance cases, and it's pretty simple. Come to us, leave the device with us, say you have insurance, and give us the required information, and you'll have a new unit in a day at most, more often than not in a few hours. However, if you don't say you have insurance, we won't know. Our mother company, however, can see this. We currently have 4 locations, one of which is closed temporarily because of relocation. They only handle mail-in right now, about 2 weeks' time. This is where angry customer AC comes in. AC's yelling throughout this entire conversation. Answering the phone. Me. Hello, welcome to company name. This is OP. How can I help you today? I had my phone with you a few weeks back, and now I know I have insurance. I paid too much. Fix it. Me. Okay, do you have a reference number or name from that service? No! What name did you register it under? Generic first name. Sir, we handle several hundred services each day. I'm afraid I also require a last name as well. I get his last name and find the service. It's from our closed office. Okay, we can't credit you any money, however— Yes, you can and you will. I want to talk to the person that greeted me. I'm sorry, but you've reached a different location due to the fact that their phone line is unavailable at this time. Transfer me now. I can transfer you, but since their phone line is unavailable, you'll be transferred to me again. Side note, it was slow and I was the only one answering the phone at this point. AC repeats himself and I transfer him to our closed office where they never had time to answer the phone. I get a new call and I can see in the queue that AC is in our queue again, but now he has to wait until I'm done with this customer, which sadly takes a bit longer than the normal call. After some time, I take the next call, and it's AC. I greet him, he yells some profanities, and blames me for everything. At this point, and fed up with his bullcrap, so I take on my I don't take crap voice. Me. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to calm down and mind your language. There was silence. I quickly explained how to solve his problem, email the insurance company, and get his money back by showing his receipt. AC then asked me to transfer him to my nearest manager about how we handled the case and that we should be able to see that he got insurance. I told him to email our feedback/service email because she's on vacation. But no, he needed the power to yell at someone. I transferred him to my nearest manager, who's on vacation for 5 weeks. And since our phone lines are pretty new, he'll be waiting until my manager sets her status to available, which will be in 5 weeks. No reroutes or anything. And our last story. Contractor be gone? Ha! Beware, we would have served you better. Setup. Spouse is with no warning in a nursing home. I'm told nobody's coming home until a wheelchair ramp is in place. Cue the WTF runarounds, calls to anyone who knew someone who knew a contractor, finally come up with a friend of a nephew. Sketchy, but come on, without it, no one comes home. We meet, we go over specifications, we sign a contract, I write a check for half the total amount, give contractor gate key for loading materials, all is well, right? Bah ha 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 ha. Some materials get ordered and delivered, then nothing, and nothing, and nothing. I work out a plan B to get spouse home, metal truck loading ramps up the garage steps, crappy but doable. Keep trying to get the bleeping wheelchair ramp built, no luck. F this noise. I did some research, drew up the plans for a deck and ramp, made more sense to build a deck off the front of the house and a ramp off of that, plus it looks kick butt. Submitted them to City Hall, met with the planners and architects, then got all the paperwork signed off on. Now all I needed was a contractor to build my ramp. However, Doofus remained AWOL. I filed a complaint with the BBB, since it wasn't just Doofus McGoofus, he actually had created a company, Doofus McGoofus Constructions R Us. I lay out all the promises, the non-delivery of said promises, the half paid, the nothing done, upload my design drawings and the city permit approval, also upload copies of his contract saying he'll submit plans, he'll complete the job within 60 days, blah, blah, blah. Come on, wait, things don't happen fast in government or the BBB. Get a message from the BBB. They say, Mr. Doofus responded, you have no claim, we're dropping it, good day. I get a hold of them quickly. One of his claims was, I didn't get the required permits, which his contract specified he would get. I finally asked the BBB employee on the phone to please go look at attachment A to my complaint and tell me what he saw. And bless all the little pixies and fairies or saints or whatever, he actually said, I see an approved city permit. Upon further query, he confirmed that the permit date was well before the date Doofus had claimed I hadn't gotten one. After that, he confirmed that the contract specified Doofus was supposed to get the blasted thing in the first place. So at least at this point, we have one mark against the Doofus. He's got a black mark with the BBB, if anyone bothers to search his company. Then I took the next step and looked into filing small claims court to get my money back from him. Yes, I won my case, documentation was spot on, plus Doofus didn't show, so it was a default win. It's not hard to win your case, but the B is this. When you win your case, the law says, yes, you're right, they effed you over. Cool, right? Well, not so much, because collecting on that verdict is a different beast. Usually you're reduced to finding where they work, filing a wage lien, fighting the denial, then finding the next place they go when they quit the job. Not acceptable. So I researched further, and I found that I could file a lien against any personal or real property that Doofus McGoofus Construction RS owned. I paid for a quick search, weeded out all the bullcrap vehicles, and found pay dirt, his work truck. A quick trip to the company courthouse with the appropriate paperwork, and the lien was filed. A week or so later, I got a phone call from the office who was supposed to deliver it. He couldn't find the street and was ready to call it quits. Luckily, I was able to guide him to his location, and he actually found the cretin at home. He made a phone call, the county showed up with a tow truck, and bam, work truck has been impounded. Oh wait, it gets funnier. I get a notice that the judgment has been contested. There's a hearing in 10 days. I go show up, no worries. Spouse comes along in their wheelchair. Doofus actually tells the judge that he missed the court date by 1 day, so he should get another chance. The judge asks him, do you mean I should throw out a legal verdict just because you didn't open your mail? To which Doofus says, yes. The judge just laughs. Judge explains that the verdict has already been rendered. Doofus and Doofus McGoofus Construction R Us owes us dollars, payable ASAP. Until such debt is paid, the work truck, and this is where the kitty twisted the kitty, it had all of Craphead's tools in the truck, so while it was impounded, he couldn't scam anybody else. It's not only being held hostage, but will be auctioned off and sold immediately, and the balance applied towards the debt. Well, Doofus asked, would we consider a payment plan? No. Would we consider half now and half later? No. Judge finally explains that Doofus has 30 minutes to settle the case or the truck is going to auction. Doofus tries to get sympathy because he has to borrow from his poor old dad who's disabled. I swear I couldn't make this up. It's pure gold. And what do you know? In 29 and a half minutes, Doofus is back with the bank draft payable for the full amount. Oh yeah, plus all our court fees, filing fees, and expenses. And yes, it was cashed immediately afterward. Best of all, though, Doofus didn't seem to understand that all he had done was settle the lien against his property for my verdict. He still had to pay the impound fee, the daily lot fee, I drove off smiling. Was I stupid? God, yes. Put yourself in a similar panic before you judge me too harshly. Just remember, even if you've screwed the pooch, do your homework thoroughly. I had to dig for days before I found out about my ability to file a lien against his work truck. Without that, I'd still have yet to see a single penny. Moral of the story, if you have to make a serious judgment like picking a contractor for significant home reconstruction, and especially because it's likely to be a very emotional time, do some homework. Even better, if you can get a kid or relative or friend to do some research, please be careful before deciding to sign legally binding documents. Good luck, and don't give up. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.